Let's talk about Logan Gilbert. The Mariners' top pitching prospect made his debut on Thursday, throwing 4 innings, allowing 4 runs on 5 hits, while striking out 5 and walking none. Gilbert featured 3 pitches, a fastball that reached up to 97, a sweeping slider, and a curve with 12-6 movement. The curve mirrors his fastball relatively well, and the slider and curve deviate enough from their initial trajectory that it's a solid pitch mix that can attack most areas of the plate. However, you can see that Gilbert doesn't really achieve much tunneling with his pitches. Part of that has to do with him having a clear difference on his release points. It was only one start, so we don't want to read too much into it, but the difference between his curve release point and his slider release point is drastic enough that hitters will be able to pick up on it the more times they face him. Small mechanical issues like this can absolutely be the result of nerves or adrenaline, and as you can see from the heat maps, control was an issue for Gilbert, even though he didn't walk anybody. The fastball was mostly up, which we like to see, but it certainly caught a lot of the plate. Of the 2 breaking pitches, he seemed to have a better feel for the slider, but was sporadic with command of both that and his curve. Part of the issue may have been that he was pulling his front side down rather aggressively, as you can see here. When your front side drives down early like that, your arm usually lags behind, which can cause pitches to miss up and breaking pitches to not have their usual snap. Gilbert does have solid stuff, and getting 10 whiffs in 4 innings showcases that. His worst pitch by whiff rate and CSW was his fastball, and part of the reason for that is how flat it is. Even though he throws 96, there isn't much movement, so when he catches too much of the plate, like he does here to Jake Bauers, it can get hit hard. He also ran into trouble with that fastball when he fell behind to Jose Ramirez, and later against Ahmed Rosario. This last single points to another thing I believe Gilbert can fix. When Gilbert gets to 0-2, you can see how he attacks off the plate. However, when he gets to 1-2, he's catching way too much of the plate. He can still try to get hitters to chase out of the zone in these counts, but this 1-2 fastball to Rosario is far too hittable. Gilbert clearly prefers his slider as an out pitch, and I do too. He hung a few, which you can see here on this Harold Ramirez lineout, and also on the home run that Franmil crushes. However, this pitch has potential. The truth of the matter is that rookie pitchers struggle. Facing major league hitters is a big adjustment, and Gilbert is going to take his lumps along the way. I'm a little worried about his fastball, but I think that if he can get his 2 breaking pitches working and feature the changeup he'd thrown in the minors, he has a deep enough arsenal to remain effective. Just don't expect dominance right out of the gate.